Hello, I'm Jess from Studio Ballet Evolution. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So today I'm really excited. I'm going to be teaching you the different directions we use in ballet. So when we're first starting, this can be kind of confusing. So that's why, as you can see, I'm wearing one leg warmer and I have these lines on the floor. That is to help us to visualize the different directions we're going to be using and to simplify everything. Once again, to simplify everything, today we're just going to use directions like a clock. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 11 o'clock. In the future, in other videos, I will teach you the 8 kind of directions we use in ballet. We're not going to get into that today. We're going to keep it nice and simple. So we're going to go ahead and start with effacé. Effacé is the one we use the most when we are first learning. So when you graduate and come to the center, when you're a beginner, you will be working effacé. So let's go ahead and do that. So effacé, we can do it in a little first. In my previous videos, we talked about how important it is to kind of keep that softness under the soles of the feet and imagine that you're absorbing, for example, like water up through the legs, through your core, especially the back of your spine, up through the cervical spine, and then the top of the head has this beautiful fountain or waterfall, and then that energy is circling through. So even when you're practicing at home, going over the different directions, visualize that, work on that nice alignment and that beautiful ballet posture. Excellent. So effacé, we are at 12 o'clock and we have our hips facing front. We want to make sure that our car headlights are facing straight forward, not going down, not going up. This is what we call effacé. So if you do like a bras in a little first position, you are effacé in first position. So now we're going to go ahead and learn croisé. So croisé means to cross. So we want to have our legs crossed. So we're going to start at 11 o'clock. So when we do croisé, we are on a diagonal. It is not effacé, it is diagonal. So we're going to go to 11 o'clock. My leg warmer is on my left leg, and I'm going to do a small third. Remember, we talked about that in previous videos, not to open too much the feet. Feel that rotation coming from the legs. Nice lengthened spine, and I am at 11 o'clock. So as you can see, you can't really see much of the leg warm. So if I go into a 5th position, which you learn later on, I'm in bras in 5th, you will see that you can't really see the leg warmer, right? It's kind of hidden behind me. So if I do a tendu, a small pose with a tendu croisé devant, do you see how you can't really see the inner thigh of my left leg? So the leg warmer is hidden. So that is what we call croisé. So when we're first learning our little third position, hips at 11 o'clock. Let's do croisé on the other side. We have to switch our hips to the other side. So now we're going to be at 1 o'clock. Right leg with the black legging is behind. And you see I'm on my little line here to try to help you to visualize the direction you're going in. And we're going to have our hips at 1 o'clock. Now the left leg is in front. Do you see how you can't really see the black tights? So I'm in 3rd position and I am in croisé and I'm facing 1 o'clock. So if I do once again that tendu devant, croisé, you cannot see the black legging very well. You just see the leg warmer. So that is what we call croisé. Let's move on to effacé. Once again, we're going to go back to 11 o'clock. This time though, you're going to see effacé means to like erase. So we're erasing the lines. Instead of crossing the lines, we're going to erase them. So I'm at 11 o'clock in a little 3rd position. And you see how now you can see more of the black tights than you did when we were in croisé. So I'm at 11 o'clock, left leg in front. Now if I do a tendu to the front, now I'm in tendu effacé. Do you see how there's a big space here? It's like the line has been erased. So that is effacé. Let's try on the other side. So if I'm in a little third, hips at 1 o'clock, and I do a tendu devant, and you see how the space, lots of space, right? The line has been erased. So that would be effacé. So let's go on and learn the last direction, écarté, derrière, et devant. So before we get into that, it's important to understand that we are going to be in a tendu à la seconde position to do écarté. So really important, our hips and shoulders need to be in line, and it does not matter. It takes time to get this kind of rotation. Sometimes it depends on our hips. Maybe we will never have that much rotation. It does not matter. We need to work with our bodies. So what I always tell my students, make sure your hips are facing front, open the leg, nice rotation, but making sure that we're not having the hip of the what we call the working leg pulling back, right? It needs to stay square, and the leg has to listen to your pelvis and your hips. So it is perfectly fine if your leg is more in front. It should be when we're first starting. You will not have that like 180 position. Good, so now we understand that. Let's move on. So we're going to do écarté derrière to start. We're going to be at 11 o'clock. My left leg is in front. So it's like an effacé position, right? Because I have this openness. Now we're going to open the left leg tendu à la seconde. So imagine 11 o'clock, this is my front, right? So my shoulders, my hips are in line, and then my leg is to the side. As I mentioned, it's very probable that your leg would be more on a diagonal this way, but we're still going back. So we're écarté, opening to the back of the room. So often in this position, as we progress, you would be having the arms, and there would be a slight looking down and a lifting up and over. So that is something in the future you would be learning. So if we do the same thing on the other side, we would have our hips at, right, 1 o'clock. We would open the leg to the back, your second position, wherever your second is. And you can also have your arms low, demi-seconde. So the arms will change depending, but our focus is looking down. So as you advance, you can do that. To start, I recommend hands on the hip and just look straight forward. And as I mentioned, your leg will probably be more in this position. So that is écarté derrière. So we went to back of the room on that. If we go back to écarté devant, this time, if I'm at 11 o'clock, you see I'm in croisé. So this is a great kind of revision of what we did previously. So we're in a crossed position. My hips are at 11 o'clock, and I'm going to open my leg to the side, shoulders and hips in line, and my leg is to the front. So I'm doing an écarté to the front, but my legs are in second tendu à la seconde. So this one is kind of tricky to understand. As I mentioned, if you're a beginner, put your hands on your hips, make sure there's no twisting. When we advance, usually the arm would be in third, and there would be a high, beautiful position, kind of looking up towards your elbow, kind of like a proud position. So that is something we would work towards as well. Let's do the other side. So if we're on this side, right, once again, croisé, hips at 1 o'clock, tendu à la seconde, keep my hips and shoulders at 1 o'clock, beautiful car headlights, and that is écarté devant on the other side. And as I mentioned, when we're first starting, hands on the hips, keep your focus front and close. I hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe to our channel and see more videos.